Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Rosie's Recos. Today I am in downtown Burlington, and as you can see behind me, I'm at Tresses Hair Studio just on Pearl Street, and I'm going to take you with me to visit my awesome hairstylist, Fred. I told Fred previously that I was hoping to get some more low or darker tones in my hair. I often find it fun to just change up my hair color a little bit, and I like it to line up with the different seasons. So now that we're into fall and almost winter, I thought I'd go a little bit darker. So I will take you with me on into Tresses Hair Salon so that you can see how Fred guides me through that and probably get some other great hair tips. Thanks so much. Okay, what are we doing here? Showing me kind of what we're gonna go with for a low light.
Something along there.
Okay, and so how do you know that that's a good shade for my face?
20 years experience usually will do that.
Right? What
usually
is...
skin tone will tell me that. Basically what the client, their personality's about, how adventurous they are with their hair,
right?
All those things kind of combined.
Are these tones, I'm really bad at
These
this
are
stuff.
ashy tones.
Are these, okay, so they're not considered warm?
No.
No. Okay.
We kind of go with the ashy tones just to avoid any kind of brassiness, right?
Okay.
Because if you start getting into the golds or the warmer colors, they usually tend to go a little more brassy a little quicker.
And is that on all people or just like my type of cultural background or
general rule? But usually, someone with a European background, I find that's usually, it tends to be enhanced.
Okay.
So I kind of go with the ashier colors.
Okay. And how are you gonna put these highlights in? Like, low lights in? Or is it with foil?
With foil.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't want any on the...
And we're gonna hide them underneath your part.
Okay.
So when the roots come in, you don't notice it.
Okay.
And they last a little bit longer.
Okay. All right.
All right. You ready to rock and roll?
Cool. I am ready to rock.
All right.
All right, Fred. I want you to teach me and my peeps some things about hair. All right. So we're getting a cut. We're getting a cut today, right?
Yes,
we are.
Getting a
trim, not a cut, a trim. So if I want my hair to be looking healthy, not having any split ends, what would you recommend? Like, how often should most people be cutting their hair?
I would say on average 6 weeks.
So
6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks. Okay.
And sometimes sooner than that, because if you're dealing with someone who's got short hair, like a pixie cut, it grows out a lot quicker, right? So I would say 4 weeks in that case.
So I'm gonna throw another question that has to do with that. Like, if someone, like, because I have some friends that I know that definitely don't follow that, stand or that general rule there. What ends up happening? Like, do they to their hair when they're, let's say several months or like once a year? Well, what's their hair gonna be looking like?
Well, it starts to tangle up a lot easier. The ends get split. You're just walking around with frayed ends. Just does not look very well kept.
Okay.
I always say you can tell a lot about a person by the way they take care of their hair.
Okay.
So I would say that would be my general answer for the most part.
All right. Okay. So now, what about washing? Because I've heard that you shouldn't wash too often because you're taking out, I guess, the natural oils in your hair, and that could be damaging. So what is a good sort of rule to follow with regards to how often you should wash your hair?
Well, for the people that wash their hair every day, I would try to recommend them to try to go every other day.
Okay.
If you can go 3 times a week with washing your hair, I think that would probably be the most ideal. But I know that most people, they work out,
right.
They exercise, they have no choice but to wash their hair, right? So
right.
A lot of it hinges on making sure you have the right shampoo too.
Okay.
A lot of the times that the reason why your hair is getting dried out or your scalp is because people aren't using the proper shampoo.
Okay. Is there something, like if you do have to wash your hair every day because you're working out intensely and you're getting really sweaty, is there something else you could do to help the hair other than postponing the wash, like certain products or treatments that could help?
Dry shampoo is a very popular item right now.
Oh, okay.
I find that that's really picked up in popularity. A lot of people like using that, especially if you like to. Nowadays nobody's traveling, but for people when they were traveling a lot, I know dry shampoo is a very popular product to use.
Okay, I've never tried that. So how does that work? How do you apply it? Like hairspray or something?
You apply it closer to the root, similar to the way you would apply it like a root mousse.
Okay.
You apply it to the root and kind of massage it through. Definitely don't just spray it on the hair.
Okay.
'Cause it's not gonna cover most of the scalp or anything like that. You're just wasting product by doing that.
Okay. Well, we are into October now. New Year's almost upon us. So any rumors on what the hair trends for 2021 are, Fred?
In terms of cuts, I would say, or styles, I would say curtain bangs are huge.
What kind of bangs?
Curtain bangs.
Curtain bangs.
Yeah, curtain, like on a stage.
Okay,
right?
okay.
Middle parts are very popular. The shag has kind of made its way back. It's become more popular now, like the 70s shag. More at the shoulder length. A lot of shoulder length type haircuts are very popular.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of color, I don't like to say one color or the other because color a lot hinges on the individual. Mm-hmm. Sometimes warm colors don't look good on certain people, and sometimes cool colors don't look good on certain people. So I always like to personalize the color. I don't like to stick to whatever trend is happening. Just because it looks good on Jennifer Aniston doesn't mean it's going to look good on you.
Right. Anything looks good on Jennifer Aniston. And so what are you typically looking at so that you decide, like when a client is in with you and they say they want a color, and are you looking at their skin tone, their eye color, how do you know what's
those things them? I'm looking at skin tone, eye color, ethnicity.
Okay.
I'd say those are the main things. Also the type of lifestyle they lead. If they're the type of people that don't want to have a lot of maintenance on their hair, then I would be recommending, certain colors that's going to require them to come in more regularly to have the color refreshed or retoned.
They've got to be practical with their decision. Cool. Thanks. Taught me some things. Hey everyone, so this is the finished look. I am back home now after my hair appointment with Fred, and as you can see, I went with these little side swept bangs. Haven't had bangs in some time, but as Fred said, it's a new look and I felt like trying something a little different than I've had for a while. Don't know if you noticed, also have the low lights going on, which is giving the hair a lot more definition and giving me an overall darker look than what I had before. So I'm really happy and liking it. Can't wait to see how it looks when I'm styling it curly and with the big softer curls. But I'm really digging the straight look. So thanks Fred at Tresses Hair Salon, and thanks to all of you for watching this episode. We'll see you again next time on Rosie's Recos.